Welcome to the 365th episode of Carlie's Couch. Woo! If you're watching the video, we have some balloons here.
Oh, shoot. I thought this...
And then Lexi asked me earlier, what'd you ask me?
I was like, what's the 7 about?
Because we have been doing this confused. For 7 years, y'all. Yeah. 7 years. Technically a week longer than 7 years because 7 years is 364 weeks. But we're at 365. So we went up the 7 years. So you could technically listen to us every single day for an entire year.
Yeah, they sure could. That's crazy. You will have to go to carliescouch.com because Apple Podcasts only keeps the last 100 on there. Yep, only have the last 100 at a time. But on carliescouch.com, you can find everything you need from episode 1. And maybe somewhere else. On YouTube, maybe, yeah.
Yep, YouTube
will be your easy bet, too, to start from 1 and just once a day.
Scroll through, and I love when people find us and they're like, oh, have y'all talked about this? Yes. Why, yes, we have.
Probably
we have. A whole episode.
Yep.
But today is celebratory. We have balloons. It's episode 365. It's 7 years, which is a year of completion. And so we're going to talk about that today and then share some big news. But first, we're going to make a drink today to celebrate. If you're not watching the video, you're like, oh, interesting. If you are watching the video, that explains all the bottles out on the table.
Yeah, if you're listening, maybe it'll be like ASMR and like do the things like shh up on the mic, Carlie, or something. I don't know.
But I cannot, however, pop the champagne because this cursive champagne bottle tried to take me out. The little thing popped
Premature.
off. Man, tried to take me out before the episode. I thought a balloon popped, but no. It was the cork to our champagne. So sorry for the ASMR. You're going to miss out on that. But today's drink is inspired by a bartender on TikTok, Lexi Lou. So shout out to her. It's inspired by, it's not exactly. So hers is a twist on the French 75. And I'm going to call this the Bouch 365.
Okay.
I know. Okay. So if you want to try this with us, you'll get your shaker. You're going to start off with 2 ounces of watermelon juice. It's the end of watermelon season. It's my favorite. And this watermelon is delicious. I juiced it myself, cold pressed. If you don't have that, you can also get some from the store. Great day to wear a white shirt with watermelon juice.
Yeah. It's going to land on her titties. Don't even worry about it. You might as well watch the video anyway.
They out for Lexi's. I'm going to try to get some ASMR, but they out for Lexi's episode today. Hopefully not on your floor.
That watermelon juice smells
it's
nice and fresh.
Oh, my God. It's delicious. Okay. So, started off with 2 ounces per person of that. I did a little extra because I like watermelon juice. Then we're going to juice a lemon. So, we have a fresh lemon here.
Can I juice the lemon?
You can. Can I put it, where do you? So
on the
mic? Can you give me a hold the thing? I'll hold it.
That's not going to land in that. So.
What about, can you do it over here?
No, I mean, I need to juice it in something else. So, I'll juice it. This episode might sound kind of extra cool.
It might.
Oh, shit. Getting juice all over the mic. All right, see how much that is first.
Because you need half an ounce. And if you didn't know, a shot glass is 1.5 ounces. So if we're doing math, how much is that, guys?
All right, just pour the juice.
Just like hush. That should be
a little more, huh?
I got another maybe one. A little more. Okay, yeah, give me a little bit more. Not all of it, though. We'll save some for the next one.
There we go. My salad.
There we go.
That one was juicy. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay.
Low key, the lemon be the key to your cocktail because it like cuts everything, you know.
Yep. And then we're gonna do the opposite. So we're gonna do some simple syrup. You're gonna do half an ounce again for each drink that you're making. So I'm gonna do one. Let's see if you can hear it. That doesn't make a sound. So all right.
Wait, that didn't sound right.
Yep. I can't even do it. I know. Sorry, guys. I should have poured that up here. Okay. And then we're going to do in our shaker, because you do not want to put champagne in your shaker. Don't learn that the hard way. We're going to do 2 ounces of gin per person. Ooh. We'll just do 2 shots. Oh, hold on.
Right. Let's not go crazy.
Yet.
Okay.
I ain't dressed up for nothing. Okay. Great. Perfect.
That probably sounded good.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better sounds here. Okay.
Oh, give them the ice.
Oh, yeah. All right, beautiful. Now I'm going to shake. And not too crazy.
Yeah, be careful because the top is messed up. Well, you got to hit it with the...
Oh, you want to? I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you do the shake part.
Oh man,
because she over here trying to show out. So you got it, girl.
Right, because it's gonna explode. We'll make sure it's closed all the way.
Is it closed?
I don't know.
Cool.
I hope we can open it. Did it spill?
Okay. Hey, there we go. Give a couple more.
I just hold up now. I can't tell if it's spilling now.
No, you Gucci. Oh. I think it's just the.
It's starting to a little on the side.
The condensation. I was like the condensate.
Okay. It tastes a little watermelon juice.
Okay, and then I'm going to strain it. Our shaker
into the cup.
So I'm gonna strain it into the cup.
Ooh, it looks good. Ooh.
Like about 3/4 of the way, and then I'll do the other one.
It looks like this drink that Trokan and I like to get from this place downtown called The District. It's called Opium, and it's like a gin and rose, but it has this look.
All right, let me pour more in the other one. Make them even. Called the Opium. I like that. Let's see.
You pour all of it in?
Yeah. It's supposed to be enough for 2 drinks. So.
I bet that that last ingredient does like set it off.
And then we're gonna top with some champagne. So that wasn't popping because they took it from me. And then we'll pour. Let's see.
That weak pop. It was loud.
I know.
Ooh, that looks good.
All right. Here we go.
That looks good, Carlie.
I'm excited.
Double, toil and trouble.
Hey. Bouch 365 with us. Okay.
Cheers. And I guess since we're not getting no Bombay
now
sponsorship, we can put this to the sideways like they be doing at the basketball.
Look, Kirsten tried to kill us, so we gonna put this one down on the floor because bump that. Look, unless y'all want to send us money, here we go. All right, cheers. We can clink. Cheers to 7 years of Carlie's Couch.
That's hitting.
I like that. Okay, so y'all got a recipe. You're welcome.
Let's talk about it. It's the perfect combination of freshness, and it's a little tart. I don't taste the gin much.
Yeah, thank God, because I'm not a huge botanically like gin person. But it's refreshing. It's a perfect end of summer drink, I think.
It is. It's really good.
And then I would probably serve with like a lemon garnish or like a candy lemon peel on the side would be really nice. Or like one of those little ginger candies because I feel like that would kind of set it off.
Yeah, even a little ginger in this would be good too.
See, I should have juiced the ginger with the watermelon.
Ginger's good with everything.
I just love, man, extra jengibre me every time, please. God, thank you.
They're like, all right, y'all just going to sip on these the rest of the time. Goodbye.
Okay, so.
Have a good life. Enjoy.
Thanks for coming to hang out with us like every other time. Today is a very exciting episode and a special episode because Carlie's Couch will be continuing. I will still be here. Yay! I'll tell you more about that later. However, our dear Alexia Clancy
I was thinking we got to AI me with the wings.
Oh my God! We have to.
No, wait, don't.
I want to get you on a shirt. I'm gonna get you on a shirt.
Oh man,
I'm gonna wear it on the next one. Thank you for that reminder.
Lextopia is retiring.
Lextopia is retiring. Let's talk about that, Big Lexi.
From the game.
Big Lexi. Because so if y'all have not been here since the beginning, and there are a few of y'all who have, so thank y'all for riding with us for 7 years during a pandemic, during Trump presidency or Biden presidency, and we back like nonsense. Anyways, but it was Lexi's idea that we started the podcast. So you had been on a couple podcasts before?
Yeah, so I was a part of NWAP with my boys, who's now my running coach, Tunde.
Shout out to Tunde.
Garfield, and Van Newkirk, who I actually saw him yesterday because he's in town, or he was in town doing some interviews. Yeah, we used to talk week to week about current events and things going on, but we weren't as tight. Like if we were like, yeah, we got to skip this week, we skip the week. But it was a lot of fun to do it, and really with Carlie's Couch, that my idea was for you to do the podcast. I was like, you should do a podcast. I don't really even remember how I became a part of it.
Listen, okay, so you pitched it to me. I remember like it was yesterday. We were talking one day, and you're like, okay, we're going to do a podcast. It's going to be called Carlie's Couch because we are having conversations that you don't really hear. And this was back in 2018. So everybody and their daddy owns a podcast mic. So this is, we've been about this. So it's been a long time, and we've been here every single Monday for 365 weeks anyways. But that's why I think you stayed apart in the beginning because you talked about how much it was helpful for you to talk through things and cathartic. Like, it was a great cathartic process. And I think you lingered on longer for me, for sure. And I appreciate you, because it's easier to do a thing when you have somebody holding you accountable, or you're doing it with somebody.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because I definitely would have been like, all right. Or there's a few times I want to stayed up trying to make sure we got the episode together and all that. But that is a good thing about doing projects with somebody else, because it does help you to be accountable. And in the times when maybe one person isn't like all the way into it, then it's like the other person can help them, either pick up slack when they need to, or help push things forward, and then vice versa in the opposite time. So you've been a great partner for Carlie's Couch, because we didn't skip nothing, child. And it's a lot of things that happen in life where it's like you should, which also I don't, not to say that if we had, I don't think, it's definitely not the end of the world, but it's pretty cool to have gone all the way. And I think that's a lesson for sure, is that in the projects and things that you do, not having a big group either, because when you do stuff with a lot of people,
it's a lot of coordinating.
Yeah, or it's too hard to coordinate. Like with the other one, it was 4 of us. I think at one point maybe 5 of us. So it's hard to coordinate all the time.
Even our schedules have been really hard to coordinate some of these times. Sometimes we would stack 6 episodes because she'd be gone for a month and a half, or I'm doing a training. But I'm getting all teary-eyed if you're watching the episode. Yeah, I'm a crybaby. But I'm so grateful for our friendship.
Oh, thank you.
And for you seeing things in me that I didn't see.
Aww.
And I think that's a gift that Lexi has. Sorry, y'all. Oh, man. I didn't know I was going to do this. I didn't know I was going to do this. Maybe I did. But I wouldn't have worn mascara. But to have people who see things in you and are willing to work with you to develop your gifts, like, I'm just so grateful, because I wasn't going to start a podcast by myself. But now I'm like, I'm going to do it by myself. You going? All right, bet we here. And so I just want to say thank you, for 7 years of staying up late editing episodes, of always recording even when you didn't feel like it, of sharing your heart and being vulnerable and talking even when that was uncomfortable for you.
Oh,
so
you're welcome. Thank you. Okay, let's hug on the camera. And I'm sorry, I feel like I've got some mustiness on your shirt. Maybe. Because I've been doing the most lately.
But yeah, I'm just super grateful. Like I said, because sometimes you don't know that you have limitations or things you think you can do. Mm-hmm. And I love talking. And so this is only a natural progression of the things that I love to do. And when she told me, like, yo, I don't want to talk no more. Like, one day she was like, hey, so
that's it. That literally is exactly what it is. Because also to edify and thank you, because I appreciate that, you're always a good person to talk to about particular things. And those were the types of conversations that we were like, oh, it'd be cool if we talked about these for a podcast, because we have a particular, point of view towards the world and towards life of like, all right, what can we do to make ourselves like better vessels for the things we want out of life? And so really, I think with any type of relationship too, like that being at the foundation is a good place to do anything. So thank you also for being able to have such good conversations and being at the space that you were when we started. And I feel like you have grown since then. But yeah, my main thing is, and it's not that I don't feel like I'm like done growing or anything like that, but yeah, I find myself just like more of a challenge is just to not talk. And I don't really know how to explain it too much more than that, unless like you have like a specific question or something about it. But I just don't want to talk about things anymore. I just have a lot of things to be doing, and I wanna focus in on doing things and just showing, what's happening and what's going on. Oh, good thing that we have that.
Is it that you don't want to talk publicly anymore? Is it that you want to process things in like, personal, like in your personal thing?
Not exactly that, but I don't know. I just don't want to talk. I just don't want to talk. I think I want to be more of a learner than, and also I find, it gets harder and harder to think about episodes and things too, because I'm like, in a lot of places I am at spaces where it's a shorter journey of getting from like having the thought to like okay, here's either what I'm doing or looking at it a different way. You know, the process is shorter. And I feel like when I'm trying to talk about the process, it's just not, it's not as complicated. And so I don't feel like I have anything to talk about. I mean, you can talk about it, but like, I don't think I just don't need or really want to talk about it anymore. But one thing I've noticed too recently is that I've had a few different friends, and I talked about this already on the podcast, but I've had a few friends who have talked to me and said that, you know, they see some different things going on in me. And then, so I've been able to have like more like one-on-one conversations from them seeing it.
Oh, that's
and so
cool.
that's what I mean of like, well, let me just actually be doing the things I need to do to actually show it and be it. And then, you know, people see, and then you talk about stuff or where you are and, you know, what's going on in your process and your mindset, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't know. I just don't feel like I have as much that I or it's not for me, which also, you know, people could be like, well, it's, you know, everybody else. But I feel like it's more, you have a very engaged audience and a lot of people too that support you in the conversations and the vibe of it. So I don't think me and my couple of people is gonna stop no show. Yeah.
It's so interesting because I like when I was like, oh, do I want to continue? Because when we first started, it was like, hey, you know, we're gonna do this thing. It's gonna be called Carlie's Couch. It was your idea. We've been doing it together for a long time. Again, it's like y'all don't see us staying up until 2-3 o'clock in the morning after a full day, making sure everything gets done.
Oh, every time somebody asks me about they want to do a podcast or whatever, I'm like, that's cool, but I can already tell you you're not going to do it or it's not going to last, and ain't nobody's last more than a couple episodes, not consistent,
well,
et cetera,
actually, and for real, because I didn't even know the statistics. So 90% of people who start a podcast don't get past the first or second episode. And of that, 90% of those
How
people...
you don't get past the first episode?
Or like after the first, they never do a second.
Oh, dang.
And then 90, I think it's like 80 to 90% of those people never do more than 5 or 10. So it's like, if you think about the consistency, like I'm in sheer awe because Lexi's like, okay, so how often should we do the podcast? And I was like, I don't know, like once a week. She's like, all right, what day? I was like, Monday. Bro, she had a podcast. I had never had a podcast. I had no idea that this shit was every Monday, like incessantly, like even right after my mom passed. Baby, I was on the Zoom in Oklahoma sitting there with my laptop like, all right, well, here we are. This is the thing. And so y'all have seen a lot of life with us. And if you haven't, it's there, like all kinds of stuff, breakups, businesses, new clients, growth, travel, losses, like all kind of stuff. And I think for me, it's always been cathartic. But when I was thinking about like, if I want to continue talking, what does that even look like? Like, what do I even want to talk about? Like moving forward.
Are you planning to... I guess you, because I literally was like, all right, after this episode,
I'm out, baby.
I ain't in
out.
it. But are you planning to take a little break in between and like restart like a fresh look and feel or style?
Yes. So at first I was like, all right, I'm going to pick up the week after we're done. And then I'm going to do this and go hard. And then life be life. And so I'm not. I'm going to take a break for a couple weeks. But my ideal right now in my head, because we'll see what happens when I actually start doing it, is to do at least 2 a month. One will be on the couch and one will be off the couch.
Oh, good.
And off the couch was actually Lexi's idea. So getting off the couch to go talk to people, follow them. Like there are some business owners I want to go hang out with. There's some coaches I want to go sit with and see what they do. There's some chefs I want to go be in the kitchen and talk to them when they're doing things. Because I think a lot of times that's an important conversation, and getting behind why someone does something, learning their story, like getting in touch with their deeper purpose, sense of purpose. And that is so special to me. And that's a big thing that I like talking to people about. But also, it's so funny every time I've told people, like, hey, you know, Lexi gonna be transitioning off the couch. Like, I don't want y'all to, because people who listen, I'm like, I don't want y'all to take it no kind of way. And they're like, oh, well, are y'all still friends?
Like, oh, girl, we was listening for you anyway.
Are y'all still friends? And I'm like, yes. I was like, I'm actually really excited for Lexi and I's friendship. Because when all of our friendship...
now I don't got to be all about this podcast. Because I don't want to see you no more.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. She be tired of me. She be tired of texting me.
Like, all right, I know I'm about to see you, so.
Yeah, this shit is done. Like, here, I sent it. The things are in there. And so I was like, I'm actually really excited for our friendship because it takes the weight of having to do something with a person off of our friendship. And I'm like, oh, it can like just flourish and grow like, you know, in the natural sunlight instead of the guise of it has to be a formulated thing. Like a lot of times when we were hanging out, it would just be the podcast because we have lives too. We have businesses, we have partners, we are people we're dating or people we're not or people we were, whatever. We got a lot of stuff going on. And so thinking about like, oh wow, what do Lexi and Carlie look like outside of the podcast? Like I'm excited.
Yeah, just like how like with married couples they get all too much and they be in the house like, man, I ain't trying to be sitting down here with you and be around you right now. But when you have a little more space, then there will be space to talk about the things that essentially that we could talk about on here, but it'll be like real life conversations.
But it'll be just for us, which is how it started. Just for us.
And or probably which I guess that would be the direction of if I was on the podcast, it would be like this thing happened and here's how it got settled. But I don't think that would be that exciting necessarily. But yeah, excited to see what you do with it. I think doing a couple of months sounds cool because it sounds like it could be more visual. You probably got to make a connect with somebody who can
shout
like
out to Daryl Lee. Yeah. Shout out to Daryl Lee. What's good, baby?
There's a few people because then even when you said chefs, I thought about like John Holland.
John's on
where
my
it's
list.
like people who are already filming what they do,
list.
and just like how you're doing right now, where it's like we're doing something and taping. It could be probably that type of vibe where you know you just have your little mics on and you're doing your thing.
And that's what I'm most excited about. It's also so funny to see all the people volunteer themselves up. Well, you know, I love to talk. And I'm like, all right, we got to get you back on.
And then the ones that you do can be as simple as when people are making content and stuff. Low-key, well, no, you probably still want to do it horizontal, like for YouTube in that way. But high-key, you could just make them like vertical joints. And I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities for what you could do.
I think that's why I'm so excited because... And I refilled your drink without her asking. But I think
I was wondering if we was going to get more than one.
Of course. Look how if you're not looking at this, I juiced so much watermelon. I have this entire thing of watermelon. But anyways, I'm actually really excited about the possibilities. And so it's just like I'm sad to see you go, but I always respect friends' transitions in life. And I never want you to stay longer somewhere than where you want to be. And I appreciate you for staying this long to completion. Because she was like, all right, so when's the end date? And I was like, all right.
Yeah, I was like,
we need 5 more episodes.
All right, what's the plan?
So, but supportive friends.
Forever. I'll probably be on the podcast in the future.
Yeah, she can be anytime. The door is open. Anytime she wants to come hang for a little bit, or I can go follow her around. Tatiana and Baby M's, figure out how they're changing the maternal health community.
Oh, we got to talk about this beehive I'm about to have on my balcony. Don't tell nobody. Oh, in this apartment.
Oh, I'm excited. Say more. Say more.
That's
look,
what I'm about to have.
Look, chief beekeeper.
Yeah.
Y'all, our last episode last week was about, week before last was about building like whimsy into your life and things that make you feel alive and give you joy. And one of Lexi's things was going to a beehive or a beekeeper training.
Yeah, it was like a beekeeper 101 that I found in the area, and things just kept lining up because I was thinking about it a long time ago randomly for me to even have it on my list. And then when I was at the tea shop one time, or I don't know, I saw something somewhere, I was like looking stuff up, cool, but then at the tea shop this girl was reading this beekeeper book, and I was like, oh, I kind of been looking at some random stuff about that, and she was talking about how she's a beekeeper apprentice and all that, and I was like, okay, cool. But then at just random times when I was in North Carolina after that, then I was like, man, let's go to a bee place. And they didn't have the bees there. They were at their house. But it was like a store and we were talking to them. And then when I got home, it just popped into my head again. But this time I actually Googled. And so, because a couple people have asked, for anybody in the LA area, it's Long Beach Beekeepers. Excuse me. And they have a lot of programming. Like they do this Beekeeping 101 every month. All this stuff is free.
Oh, great.
And they have like a monthly members meeting. I went to the meeting for that afterwards. It was on Zoom. And then they just sent me an email about this program they do that's like 6 or 7 weeks where at the end you get a colony. But I gotta like legitly talk to them and see if, all right, will they come look at my space or hear about my space and be like, nah, you can't do it. So before I even do all that, because then if I can't do all that, then I'll just move on to maybe like participating in some of their stuff every once in a while because they do like honey tastings and all kind of stuff.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, I'll move on to another hobby probably.
That is so cool. You're also like Sherlock Holmes, so I don't know if you finished the Lucy Liu, the elementary one, but he has a bee colony on the roof that he tends to, and it's like one of his passions.
Was it really far into it? Because I got really far until I was like, all right.
It was like a couple seasons. It was like 2 seasons.
Then I probably saw that.
Yeah, because he absolutely had it on his roof in New York, and it was like something that was just for him, and like.
I do remember that. Yeah, because that was a thing for a while. Yeah. I remember that.
And it was a thing through the entirety of the entire season of Elementary, which I really love. So I love a good Sherlock Holmes.
I don't know if I can rewatch them. I'm watching Sherlock Holmes right now, actually. I just paused it.
The one with Cumberbatch?
No, this is the Robert one.
I love the movie.
I've seen all of the different ones, but...
I love them all.
This one I just started.
I don't know. I have a particular affinity for all of the canon of Sherlock Holmes. Like, I love all of them. They're all different. But I think Robert was great. Benedict was great. The guy from the one with Lucy Liu was great. Yeah, but he had a bee colony, so that
Robert's the only one. He didn't even have a big British accent.
He did not.
Now that
He's like Denzel. He came in like
he said, "It's me. You're getting me," and that's
Robert Holmes, baby. What's good?
Not Robert Downey Holmes. That's silly. Anyway, I'm gonna probably push play on that after this. But yeah, I'm working on some other, just trying to have some different hobbies and locking in on work time and definitely have plenty of playtime and stuff as well. But I think it'll be nice to have especially weekend times, trying to figure that out a little better, or certain days where you're really not doing anything. Mm-hmm. And just not having to do too much now.
Which is nice, especially because as your company expands, being able to move freely without also having to worry. Because again, we've been coordinating stuff for 7 years. Even if we're flying somewhere on the whim, hey, can't do tomorrow, but we can do Zoom next week on this day or whatever. But how do you know when it's time? Because going back to Carlie's couch, how do you know when it's time to let something go? Even if it's something that you enjoy, what's the line, or what are some signs or things you're like, oh, that's actually time to transition out of it?
We did an episode on that though, didn't we? Or maybe on when to quit. I'm sure I definitely know we did.
When to quit, maybe a while ago.
I would say the time to let something go is, because there's always going to be times, in anything regular that you're doing where you're not going to want to do it at a time. I don't want to do this gym today or whatever, right? Because of whatever emotions or things going on, cool. But then there gets to a point too where, if it keeps coming up where you're or if your body feels different around certain things, where you're oh man, I really don't want to go to this gym or doing the podcast, if I'm starting to focus more on thinking about the time or other things, right? And then I'm not letting it have the joy that it needs to have. But which also I think you can still bring that up for yourself if you're committing to doing it. But I think it's just a matter of just being true to yourself about your time and how you want to spend your time, and just being able to step into that, I guess.
Yeah. And it's so interesting because I was thinking about, okay, so that's when you know to quit something, but how do you know when you want to keep going? And when it might change, it might transition, it might not be going your way. How do you know when to stay the course? And I would say it still feels like it's in alignment with my purpose. When I think of the things that I love to do, it's teaching, creating brave spaces for people to learn and grow and love themselves and push and ask questions. And then I think about all the people, you mentioned my community, I think about all the people who are oh man, that episode read me, or that episode was great. And I'm oh yeah, okay, cool. I can keep doing this thing. But also I look at the excitement and the joy in my heart, and I'm oh, now it'll be easier to schedule things, and I can just go visit John, and I can, because we come in Poor Choices Kitchen, and we can go visit the beekeeper people maybe one day and go talk to, I have a cookie shop in West Adams that I love. It's Black woman owned. It's called Fleur et Sel. Her cookies are so bomb. Her name is Laura. She's amazing. So sweet. And I was I would like to go hang out with her one day, because she transitioned from being a dental hygienist or something into owning a cookie business during the pandemic. And I was hey girl, I'm gonna send you a request for the podcast. So anytime you still feel excitement or joy, I feel like you got to chase that.
Yeah. And that question's one you don't ask yourself when you're still into it, because you're into it and you want to keep going, and you feel that it's adding maybe something to you, or it's helping to fulfill, like you said, part of your purpose and the things that you're doing. One thing though, have you thought about taking a long enough break so that first you might just have a little break, but then to record all of your joints at once, within a couple of weeks?
Yeah. So
or at least maybe just the experience ones or something.
Yeah, so I would like to have at least 2 of those recorded and have somebody else edit them, or at least teach me. I want to try to edit it first, because what I don't like in creative spaces is when you go in and you just try to be like somebody else. And so my friend Lala, Coach Lala V, she was on one of the podcast episodes a while back when Lexi was super sick. Lala was my person who joined me, and we're doing a high rocks. And so I've been recording all of our high rocks workouts, and we've been mic'd up. And it's been so funny to me to go back and edit those and to add little jokes and add stuff in. And so I'm like, oh, I'm kind of having fun in this editing process. So I want to figure out what my voice feels like when it comes to editing. And then I'm going to go ask the Daryl Lees and the Johns and the people that I know for some help. For sure. I know.
It might be easier just to pay somebody to do it.
Maybe. But I'm going to play with it first because that's kind of where I am. But yes, to your question, I'm going to take at least a few weeks to sit, and I want to record at least 2 by myself or me with the person on the Bouch. And then I want to have at least 1 experience fully edited so that I have time and I'm not feeling like I have to do a thing. Because when you got time constraints and rushing and all that, it takes the joy out of stuff. And I don't want to suck the life out of something that brings me so much joy.
That's good. So then, yes, is even when you're doing something, liking something, it's okay to switch it up also, is what we're getting out of this. That's what everything should be anyway. Is like you really continue to adapt and switch things up in a way that they are best, like actually serving you or allowing you to still be, the servant of or whatever it is that you're actually trying to do. Because if you're too zapped, then it's just not real. And I think that's just what happens too. Like when you're kind of zapped about it, it's like, all right, you're saying some stuff or whatever, cool, but it's not really connected like to the real like feelings that will inspire people or that will make it as powerful as it could be. And so listening to yourself on that is good. And I don't know, girl, but good luck with all this recording.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, 2 episodes a month is not crazy because I can do my own stuff easy. It's more the experiences, but I feel like that's what I'm most excited about actually. And so, look, my first one,
make a show, like a new show.
Yeah, my first one might be me and Lala doing a high rocks workout. So y'all might get that goodness. I'm already uploading those to YouTube and playing with editing, so that's fun. But I want to hear what y'all are transitioning from and switching up. Like, what feels different in your life? Like, how are you changing things? Like, it's okay to reinvent yourself every day and to be somebody new. You can let go of how things have always been. You can let go of how things have been for 7 years, seven of them.
Seven
of them things. I'm going to keep throwing that up because when I say I haven't ever been so consistent in my life about anything besides working out and then Carlie's couch, like it is literally the thing. So I would love to hear, please, at Carlie's couch. I'm still going to be here. Lexi will be here in spirit.
Carlie's couch will still be the couch. Look, you don't got to change the name.
I don't. Look at God. I'm going to change the logo.
You got to airbrush me out the logo. It's definitely been time for, I
mean, listen.
We've been overdue for a
one
branding.
Of my homegirls been like, hey, so.
Right. Y'all don't look like that.
Well, we did that in 2018, so leave us
Y'all
alone.
don't look like that at all. I done had 20 hairstyles since then, child.
Bro, you 40.
Yeah.
Don't play yourself. 40, girl. I've had 3.
Yeah. But look, you just need your little fresh image and good to go.
But yeah, I'm excited. Please hit us at Carlie's couch. Any questions, thoughts, any love for Lexi, we got that. If you try the Bouch 365, the Bouch 365, please let us know. Again, it's 2 ounces of watermelon juice, 1.5 ounces of gin, 0.5 ounces of simple syrup, 0.5 ounces of lemon, and then a sprinkle of champagne on top.
And it's delicious. Feel free to add some extra stuff. My tongue getting all heavy.
Bro, yeah, we ended the episode.
Add some ginger, add some cucumber, do your thing.
Or jalapeno. That might be fire too.
Yeah. Or you use the jalapeno gin. If you use different types of gins.
Look, I almost got it because the one that Lexi Lou did was a cucumber lemon gin. But then I couldn't find that. So then I was looking at the butterfly pea flower gin, which is purple because it matches Carlie's couch's colors. Those are going to stay my colors because I love those. But I couldn't find either one of those. So I just got regular gin. That's why I said this is a Bouch 365, a play on her drink because it's not the same.
Copy that. Enjoy your drink. I've enjoyed you. Thank you so much for all the years.
Cheers.
Hit me up. Still follow me. Let me know what's going on.
Look, because you know she going to drop that heat.
Yeah, let me know what's going on. And
ta-da!
Carlie, we'll see you next time.
Yes, I sure will. Bye, y'all.
Bye.